I know some of you are already a bit warm here. I'll put that off a minute. So some of you have dived ahead and already put your colour on and everything. I mean, this is quite a subtle one. It has used sort of browns and so on, but we could go a little bit brighter with it as well. So we're going to use our watercolour. So you've got all your inking done from last week. You've rubbed out your pencil lines, and some of you managed to get the sky on. So we're going to start off, and that's why it's quite handy if you do have a palette that you keep with your watercolours, because often you have bits of colour left on your palette that you can use for certain things, and obviously you don't have to throw it away at the end of the day. So I'm just going to sort of mix up a bit of I'll take a sort of yellowy colour. It doesn't really matter too much, and I'm going to keep it dry and just apply the colour on. So I'm just going to, this is about a number 6 or number 8 brush, so I'm just going to put some bit of a yellow wash onto here. And I say, not being too particular about it, doesn't matter if it goes outside the lines. I've picked up a bit of another colour there, so we'll just put some of that yellow on first of all. It's a bit stronger. I'll put a bit of this sort of, keep your colours quite strong, put some orangey bits in there, perhaps add a bit of red as well, magenta. So there's not that many colours in this one. You could go a little bit stronger, a little bit brighter if you wanted. Just see, once you start putting brighter colours on, everything else looks a bit insipid as well. So this sort of strong magenta colour is quite nice to just drop in as well. So we're not trying to get it like it would be in real life, we're just trying to make it look a bit more exciting and a bit more interesting. So I'll just go in with like a burnt sienna, put that on there. These houses that are in the background, perhaps a little bit grayer, because we don't want them to stand out. So I'll just go in with that. We can always add a drop a bit more colour in afterwards. This door's, well, I imagine it being quite a dark door. Move that down to there. Put a bit of colour on the windows. Let's put a bit of blue in. We've got much blue in. Put some blue into that. So it doesn't really matter what colours you use. Brush strokes to help show it off a bit. We'll add a touch more colour into the buildings. And you might want to keep to a colour theme like oranges and reds and yellows. You might want to keep it a bit more bluey. So darken that a little bit. We'll add a bit of darkness down here where it's in shadow. Just add a few darker shades there, and then we've got a bit of foliage here. Put a bit of green in, there. So quite quickly we can, say, not being too precious about it, we can just create quite a bright. Oh, we've got this thing here as well, this light. Put a bit of colour into that. Without being too precious, just sort of get some colour onto there. Just give a bit of blue around the windows, just to make it look a bit more interesting. And then we can just leave that and let that dry. So we can always work back into it with some more colour if you wanted. Red into that. I think that will probably do. Just let the colours fade off, and if you've got little patches of white left, that doesn't matter. So we'll just let that dry. We can go back in with the pen afterwards if we want to.